Hi, today we're going to talk about some of the most commonly asked questions in regards to nutrition and exercise. The first question is it better to eat breakfast before a morning workout or wait until your workout is over? Well, this isn't an easy question to answer. There's a couple of things that we need to consider. First, if you can exercise without feeling faint or dizzy, it is a good idea to exercise on an empty stomach. However, if you're going to wake up and not exercise for over 1 hour, then it is a good idea to eat because we want to spark that metabolism first thing in the morning. So if you're going to get up, you're going to work out right away, and you can work out with the same intensity on an empty stomach, go ahead and do it on an empty stomach. However, if you're going to get up and spend an hour or two prior to your workout, go ahead and eat because we want that metabolism to be sparked. Second question is, in order to create a defined arm, muscle, leg, etc., is it best to do more reps with a lighter weight or fewer reps with a heavier weight? Well, again, that's not a clear black and white answer on that one either. There's a couple of things that we need to consider on this question. But first off, for most people, if your goal is to just decrease body fat, okay, you want to do a combination. You would not want to do one and the other. You would want to mix up your workouts. You would want to do some that are heavy, but some that are light. So you throw in combination or variety into your program. And that variety is a good way to maximize your results. So some workouts would be with heavier weight, but some workouts would be with lighter weight as well. Okay, next question. I understand that women don't really bulk up, but do weights help create a long and lean or more defined look? Or what is really the difference? Well, women do not bulk up, generally speaking. They do not have the hormones that are necessary to put on large amounts of muscle mass. So for those women who are concerned or afraid of bulking up, it's really not going to happen, just again because you don't have the hormones. However, most women do want to make sure that they engage in cardiovascular exercise, strength training, and then also nutrition to make sure that they maximize their progress. And then the next question is, what gives the most benefit? 30 minutes or more of cardio before working out with weights, or working out with weights and machines and then 30 minutes more of cardio? So in other words, what order should we do our exercises? Weights first or cardio first? Well, as long as your weight training is at least of moderate intensity, do your weight training first, followed by your cardiovascular exercise. Studies show that this will burn a slightly higher number of calories. So it's not a major difference, but if you want to do everything right, as long as your workout's at least moderate intensity, do that first, followed by the cardiovascular exercise. And the next question is, how many days a week should you focus on cardio only? Well, it really depends on how much time you have to work out during the week. The more time you have, the faster your results. So if you have 5 or 6 days a week to do cardio, you'd be better off doing cardio 5 or 6 days. You should do strength training an absolute minimum of twice a week, preferably 3 times a week, and then cardio, if you can, 5 or 6 days a week. So that's important to do as much as you can, as long as you don't get burned out. Another thing is you want to use variety. That's good not only for improving your results, but it also helps to prevent the mental burnout or boredom that you sometimes will experience doing the same thing. And the next question was, how many days a week should you focus on weights and machines? And we just alluded to that just a minute ago. Again, a minimum of 2 or 3 would be ideal. Now, the only exception with that would be if you're doing a split type routine. So for example, if you're training lower body on one day with weights, upper body on the next day, if that's the case, you can actually train 4 days a week, doing lower body twice a week, upper body twice a week. The next question is if you're drastically decreasing your calories per day, will your body go into a starvation mode and hang on to those extra unwanted pounds? And the answer is yes. If you starve yourself, at first you'll lose a little bit of weight, but then what will happen is your body's metabolism will start to shut down. It will start to slow down and then shut down. So you'll be burning through fewer calories. So it may work in the very short term, but over time, you'll actually slow down your metabolism. Another thing you'll do is you'll actually lose muscle tissue. And you don't want to lose muscle tissue because when you lose muscle tissue, that will slow down your metabolism even further. So in order to be successful at long-term weight loss, starvation is not the way to go. It's again doing cardiovascular exercise, doing weight training, and then also watching your nutrition. What is a good formula to use to determine how many calories you need per day and how many calories should you eat to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week? Well, there are some different formulas out there that estimate how many calories a day you burn based on your height and your weight. However, there's a much more effective way to do it. It's called a resting metabolic rate test. That's something we do here at Progressive, where you actually measure very accurately how many calories a day you burn off at rest. When you have that information, you can then determine how many calories you need. If you don't have that information, it's only kind of an estimate, and you may get an idea, but it's not going to be nearly as precise as actually having a metabolic test performed. To lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, you need to be in a 500 to 1,000 calorie deficit per day. So for example, let's say you want to lose 1 pound of fat per week, and the key word there is fat, because we can lose water very quickly. Overnight you can lose a pound just by excreting extra water from your body. But if you want to lose 1 pound of fat per week, you're going to actually need to be in a 500 calorie deficit. And the reason we know that is for you as an individual to burn off 1 pound of fat, you have to be in the 3,500 calorie deficit. So that means you need to burn off 3,500 calories more than you take in. So let's say, for example, that you burn through 2,500 calories in a day through your normal resting metabolic rate and then through some activities that you do throughout the day. So you're burning through 2,500 calories. You would need to take in 2,000 calories per day to lose 1 pound a week, because that's a 500 calorie deficit each day times 7 days is going to equal 3,500 calories. Next question, what if the scale doesn't change even if you're working out according to plan? Well, it's a good idea to do a body composition test, because what happens sometimes is when people begin exercising is they may actually lose some fat, but they'll gain some muscle. And that's okay. We want to gain muscle because muscle is our friend. It helps speed up your metabolism. It also takes up less space than fat. So if you're weighing the same, you might want to say, hey, are my pants fitting bigger? Are my clothes fitting better? And then also would be ideal is to get a body composition test, because that tells you exactly how much body fat you have and how much lean tissue you have. So that's something that we would like to do. Stay tuned for some more questions and more answers, but that's going to do it for us today. So this is Glenn Kerrigan from Progressive Health and Fitness. For more information, feel free to check us out online at www.progressivehealthandfitness.com or call us at 843-842-3359. Thanks and have a great day.